Hey YouTubers, Guardian Mike back, and we're talking about our new 2017 Lawyers series, helping you interact with lawyers, improving your relationship with the legal system and the courts. And I'm working on these first 4 tapes is about relationships. Not so much legal documents, but relationships. If you get good communication going on, good cooperation, you and your legal team together and your family and the resources that the lawyer bridges you to, the information they bridge you to, the people they bridge you to is going to make it an easier time for you. And I want you to be happy. I want you to have quality, and I don't want you to go through this process and fall in the mud needlessly, because it's very expensive to take you out of the mud and clean you up, okay? Very expensive emotionally, time grabbing, and money grabbing. So here is another interpersonal type situation where you want to think about it. This is the 36-hour day. I have copies of these, and most guardians are aware about the 36-hour day. And let me approach the camera. I don't know if we got, Stephanie, can't we do a snapshot of this later? Yeah. And then you can have it as a thumbnail, maybe? Yeah. Okay. The read that I got is that when you're taking care of anybody, this is about the best guide of its kind. People are saying it's a family guide to caring for persons with Alzheimer's disease, related dementia, dementing illnesses, and memory loss later in life. The bottom line is you've got about 18 months, a year and a half before you have burnout. Caring for individuals is very difficult, and it will affect memory loss, short-term memory loss, and they've done studies on that. And I think that the lack of sleep that'll occur will diminish your capacity. They've done studies on that, and you can Google that. I think lack of sleep is responsible for more accidents than alcohol. I've been to some disaster training exercises, and that's what they were telling us. I don't know if it's true or not, but I think they talked about the 10 top disasters, Google it, that are related to lack of sleep. So you're taking care of mom, you're taking care of dad, you're taking care of a needing sibling or child. The 36-hour day talks about what you're going through. Very, very painful. And know this, the burnout starts and you're going to get on empty. Your loved one needs you. The thought process is to plan, to scaffold those needs, to bring others into it and be aware of it. Be aware of it to prevent it, because life is going to be better for you, and the quality of life is going to be better for the person you're going to love. And you're going to interact better with lawyers, with courts, with a number of other individuals, Adult Protective Services, the police. And we're going to turn lemons into lemonade. We're going to make it a little bit better. But I just want to let you know, this is a resource that's out there, and almost every guardian I've ever worked with knows about it. I don't know about the lawyers, but they know about it. If you're a lawyer listening, think about getting this. You can get a lot of the copies used for $1 on Amazon, so think about that, okay? The 36-hour day, going to go through all the problems that you're going to run into, and if your family's just received a diagnosis of dementia, you want to get a copy to know what you can expect in terms of getting something from medical help for the impaired person, the characteristics of the problems you're going to be facing with dementia, problems of independent living, problems arising in daily care, the medical problems, the behavioral problems, the problems of mood, special arrangements you'll need. One of the things about the aging brain is, that I've read, and I'm not certain even the scientific community understands why, they become trusting of complete strangers. Why would you do that? And they become maybe distrusting with you if you're a spouse or a child. And I have people come to me in tears. They just, that brain, something's going on in that brain of your loved one. And they are just defiant. They want to drive that car, and you're the enemy because you're trying to hide the keys on them. They want to do what they've always done, and you're the enemy. And so we now have, it's organized crime. We now have these pockets of people that start robocalling, looking for that aging brain, and they tap onto it, and they begin to suck them dry. That's financial abuse, mental abuse. And you're coming along wanting to save them, and they just have a stranger become their next best friend. There's ways to handle that. I mean, and you cut the phone, and they send them a phone in the mail. And they're looking for their social security number, they're looking for their bank accounts numbers. I want you to understand the 36-hour day for yourself, but then the problems don't have to be just right up here. You can plan because you can see these problems are coming at you, okay? So we want to prevent. Prevent and educate. Prevent and educate. 36-hour day is your resource, and maybe, Seppi, can we get them a link to Amazon.com or something? And we can take a close-up. Social media manager is going to help you out. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to, what else do we like? And give a shout out to Seppi, who is our social media manager, full-time wife, full-time mother. She's in the office here taking care of a lot of things. It's Saturday, and she's working overtime and doing a wonderful job, and without naps. And I think we all need naps, okay? All right, let's go on. That was number 4. We're going to go on to our next one.